So what's up, guys? This is Ninja on Ninja, and basically, um, just a little story for you. Basically, I'm trying to remember around 2003, 2004. That's when I graduated. 2003, right? And real quick, the funny story about my graduation was I did it because I found out it was expected of me, and not so much because uh, school was good. Basically, I did it because they said that it had to be done in order for you to get hired. You needed a diploma, so I got the diploma not because I felt that math was right or whatever, or I agreed with what they were teaching. And I could talk to you about that if you are curious, but most are just haters, so it doesn't matter. And so that's just lost, and we'll see. Anyways, point is, 2004. Well, first off, '03, I graduated. Me and my friends decided for 1 year we were just gonna party hard. Right, we had it good. Our family took care of us. We were eating good. We had a home board, blah blah blah. We had games and all that shit. We partied, we drank, had sex, fucking whenever, did all kinds of shit, did all kinds of stuff. For 1 year, we partied as hard as we could. Just got all out of our system, right? Because we were, for the most part, decent kids, I'd say. The teachers sucked in this situation. It was not too great. But anyways, so after that, I worked at FedEx. I got a job at FedEx, and 6 months into that job, I started having a headache. Um, it went on for a few weeks, and it got so bad I was actually pounding my head against the truck. I was literally boom, boom, boom because it just hurt so bad in my head, basically. So what I did was on my way home, as I was driving home, I just dropped off my friend, and I was driving home. I just for some reason kept going, and I went to the hospital. They scanned me. Turns out I had a brain tumor that was blocking a vein that the fluid in my brain. Everyone has this fluid, but for me, I had the tumor. It was like between the third and fourth ventricle, somewhere in the back of my head, and basically blocking the vein. And so the fluid was not exiting like, until it got to the point where it was too much, and someone like it squeezed out, like the tumor gave away, whatever. Or something gave, and just anyways. So that was going on for a while, right? And they told me that if I didn't, I might have died because at some point that would have stopped giving, and then eventually my brain would have popped, right? Anyways, so that happened. I had to wait a while, but I was feeling good. I was decent. I was okay. So I went back to work. I could have gotten Social Security. I could have gotten taken care of. Keep this in mind because this comes up later. But basically, what's it called? I went back to work, and then so I was getting money from that Social Security. Eventually, I think it stopped or whatever. Oh no. I tried to go work. I think it was like 2 weeks into working. That's what it was. Like 2 or 3 weeks into working, and again, I was young at the time. So back then, each day is like a week now. Relative, like when you're young, every fucking hour matters. When you're older, you're like, oh, it's been 5 months, and it's like whatever, you know. But when you're a kid, it was a point for another day. Um, so what happened? Oh, I hit my head. I hit the shunt, rather. They put a shunt in my head. That's what I should talk about real quick. So in '04, they put a shunt in my head, basically, so that the fluid, when it built up, it would eventually just through the shunt, go through the shunt, down a tube, into like somewhere in my abdomen, right? And so the fluid is drained. And guess what? Headaches were gone, right? And again, the surgery went good. It went well. I think I was good. I was good. I went back to work. A few weeks later, I hit my head. The shunts got fucked up. Um, and so they went ahead and fixed it, basically, right? And while they fixed it, that's when I don't remember exactly. Um, but basically, they fixed it, and I was okay for a while, but I was hospitalized, and so I kept going for a while. And then I think I don't remember. It's really it's foggy for me, but I think I went back to work yet again, like at some point, and then in '06 or something like that. I tried to go back to work eventually at some point. Eventually at some point. And then in '06, I think I had been working for a few weeks or like a month or something at that point. Maybe 2 months or three, I don't remember. But anyways, I heard like a dripping in my head. Like there's a dripping, like a waterfall, like a noise in my head. And I was like, what the hell is that noise? I covered my ears. I went into my car and covered my ears, like to try to get away from that noise. I could not escape that noise. And I just heard, right? And so I told my mom, explained to her, blah, blah, blah. We called the hospital. Hospital, they come in tomorrow. And I told my mom. And then my mom called the hospital. And then so we went right then and there. And then because my mom screamed at her. But anyways, we went. And then went to the hospital. I ended up staying in San Francisco for about a month, and I was getting radiation therapy. And I guess at some point, I fucked up the story by the way, but at some point, um, I was getting radiation therapy. I think that's what it was after the damage to shunt radiation therapy, and because of the radiation therapy, that's what happened. And then later, I had the dripping noise, and so I now go back to the hospital, and I guess they go to fix that dripping noise. And while they did that, what's it called? They tried to remove the tumor. But one thing I failed to mention because I'm doing this without the script, or whatever. I should have wrote it down. But anyways, I got radiation therapy while I was in San Francisco for the month. By the way, that's what happened. While I was in San Francisco, the reason why I was in Frisco was because I had radiation therapy every day for the week every day during the week for the month. I think it was on the weekdays. But anyways, I did that for the month. That went good for a while. A while passed by, dripping. I go to the hospital. They go to remove the tumor, or they fixed the dripping, and they were trying to remove the tumor, but the tumor wasn't there. And the reason why they didn't have the surgery to remove the tumor was because they decided it was too dangerous to do it, and that's why they had put me through radiation therapy. And so this new doctor didn't know that and performed the surgery anyway, and then performed the surgery, and there's no tumor to be removed, and they sealed me back up. But after that, that's when like I was permanently fucked. Basically, that's when I was really bad, right? Like as far as that, like just that alone. Okay, I forgot where I lived. I didn't know anything. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to basically talk. Don't get me wrong, it came back to me, but I had to learn it again. Basically, I didn't know anything. Like the dog that I grew up with, my dogs, my dogs. But anyways, the dog I grew up with that I'd known my whole life was jumping on my lap, kissing my face, blah blah. And I was like, "Who the fuck are you? What the fuck's going on?" I didn't know. But eventually came back. So anyways, all that happened. Okay, now I'm living. Oh, by the way, I'm not getting paid Social Security. It's like I don't believe you. Nope, you're not disabled. Nope, fuck you. You're a liar. You think you're working? You're not working because I've been without an income for the whole time. So, anyways, my mom dies. Um, I get labeled a drug dependent, drug abuser. Because again, the pharmacy started giving us watered down bullshit. It didn't work. I know because I started looking up the pills and whatnot. There was this thing that they're calling the Yellow Jackets. I wanted Yellow Jackets. Eventually, they stopped carrying Yellow Jackets. I fell. Basically, a lot of people fell, I'm sure. Because again, this was around hydrocodone. Everyone was addicted to it. Like basically opiates. It's basically an opiate. But basically, they gave me some water on bullshit, didn't work. And the thing was, my mom was taking a bunch of medications, and I believe that the same thing was true with her other medications, but she had a bunch of problems. And like for once, for example, she was bipolar. There's other problems as well. I think she had some disease. I forgot the name of it. Polio, I think it was. Um, and then again, they gave her water on medications. She ends up dying, basically, right? My dogs end up dying. I end up moving in with my dad. I get evicted because I can't keep up with payments, so I lose everything that I have grown up with my whole entire life. Everything, all the only thing I could take with me was what I could fit in the back of a truck for one trip, and it was a small F-150, right? And that's all I could get. And that includes my bed, by the way. So it's my bed and then where I can carry, basically, and then my dog, of course. The Osito. I know Chiki. His name was Chiki. The first one was Osito. Oso. We called him Oso. The fat Osito. The gordo, huh? A fatty. But anyways, so that happened. Then I lived with my dad, who it was fine, but the problem was his wife and her son were bitches. They were really insecure. They were petty fucks, and they ruined my life. And they made living there a hell. I had no access to the kitchen. I could use the bathroom, but the problem was her son had athlete's foot. He was a little bastard. He would fucking. Anyways, so that was hell. I had no access to the kitchen, so my diet was bad. And I think that's what caused it. Basically, it was just I had nothing. I was eating nothing but bad food, and I had like I didn't have a job as well. So I think if you have a job, it's not so bad because your body will get rid of it. Like it'll pass. It's bad food, but your body will take little bits of the badness or throw it away or whatever, and then you shit it out. But because I was not doing anything and I was just sitting down most of the day and I was disabled, all the bad shit really took hold in me, and so I ended up having a stroke. Basically, in October of 2023, basically I had a stroke, and that's where this lip thing comes from. So I have a piece of paper. Why I suck with my right side of my body in general. My hand sucks. My leg sucks. I'm trying to play as good as I can in video games. I do pretty good. I would say I still hit Challenger in League of Legends because the whole system was fucking. Everyone sucks at that game. It's not hard. Like it's in here. It's teamwork. There is some aspect where you need to be good, but as long as you're thinking better than they're thinking, you do well. That's what it is, and that's why I offer my services as a coach and also as a what's it called, a psychologist. Basically, like I'm really smart and also I'm really good, and so so I'm making this because there's a lot of people that don't know that need to know. But yeah, that's basically what happened to me in my system, and I'm still fighting for disability today. I think in September, yeah, sometime in September we have a hearing with Social Security for my SSI. I've been without benefits, without payments. I live with my sister right now. Unfortunately, it's not a bad place. Her husband's brother is a little douchebag. Um, and that's kind of yeah, that's just kind of where we live right now. But yeah, it is what it is. I live my life, do what I can. But again, I'm smart, I'm knowledgeable, I'm very aware. I'm way better. I post videos about like David Pac-Man. He's the one I still have his page open, so I mentioned him. But this document I have is called the Downfall of America. Basically, I 100% know that I am better than people like Luca Beasley, Adam Mockler, Chris Mowry, Kyle Kalinske, David Packman, The Rational National, Filthy Franco, Steve Mold, Colton Wexley, Hassan Parker, Tim Pool, Caroline Levitt, Syracuse Sanders, Laura Trump, Mike Huckabee, Tucker Carlson, Kellyanne Conway, Peter Ducey, Caroline Levitt, Asmon Gold, Long Island Audit, Sean Head, Destiny, Bill Burr, Russell Peters, Conan O'Brien, talk show hosts in general, by the way, Nero Zerg, Neil Ross Tyson, whatever his name is, but it's Kaku, the science guy, the science community, rock community, pop culture, all of them, by the way. Movies and such. Think of any movie, like it's just this bias involved. Tyler One, Nile Blue, Night Blue, and then Osama bin Laden is probably the only person out of the whole list. Osama bin Laden would be the only person I think that I could play a decent game of chess with. Not literally chess, but you get the idea. I think everyone else I'd shit on 100%. But Osama bin Laden would have been the one that could have held his own. But again, because of the pull and the bullshit of the world, like, and again, Osama bin Laden was just as fired up as most of the Proud Boys. It's the same fucking way, it's the same acknowledgement, but it's the same thing. Basically, the right, or on the right, the MAGA people, they just show you um, documentation to make you that pissed off, and you're that stupid and that pissed, and that's racism in a nutshell. That's what racism is. It's bullshit. It's not real. Race isn't real. It's a concept. It's something we created just to divide people, right? A way to list to people and to label people and to say things about people. And yeah, you can say it makes sense, like some things work or whatever, and yeah, you could say that, and technically that would be fine or whatever. But my point is, if you have sex with them, you can have a kid with them. That means we're the same. So, and the kid grows up healthy and strong, and it's whatever. Like, anyways, I'm out here and be well, be safe. That's my story. That's my truth, and I don't care. And to say it, I mean, I don't care. Like, there you go. Like, have at it. I know there's people that are petty, and there's pathetic, and there's kids, and there's losers, and there's haters, and they'll talk shit. I don't care. I'm bigger and better than you. Like, I'm shit. My life got fucked over, bro, and I'm still better than you. What's your excuse? Step up, bitch. Stop being all fucking loser and using excuses. And that doesn't go to all. That doesn't go to all. Just the haters out there. So, anyways, be well, be safe. God bless. Praise Allah, praise Heaven, the Final Fantasy X God, and peace. I don't know why I do that. I just do it.